Here's a story at UFOAC.com entitled He Guarded the Earth on Mars, Randy Kramer, hybrid soldier in the Earth Defense Force. Yes, you can give me some cookies. And the author begins, in 2014, one of the U.S. Marines addressed the press with a statement about his desire to tell how secret military bases on Mars, built as part of the colonization program, function. The man used the pseudonym Captain K. His real name, Randy Kramer, began to appear only in subsequent interviews. He claimed that he spent 20 years of his service as part of a special unit of the U.S. Marine Corps outside our planet. For 17 years, he was on the territory of a secret base on Mars. After the disaster occurred, he had to serve on a spaceship for the next 3 years. According to Randy Kramer's statement, the government began colonizing Mars back in 1960, hiding the details of this project from the general public. In 1975, secret bases were already functioning on the surface of the planet, the official task of which was research activities. Refuting the lies regularly reported to the population of our planet, Randy reported that the planet is inhabited. Planet Mars, that is, and the amount of oxygen on Mars' surface is sufficient for human respiration. He personally guarded the borders near one of the northern bases. In this area, according to Captain K, the air is thin, similar to a mountain at an altitude of 4 to 5 kilometers. The bases were located under the surface of the planet. About 260 people in each of them, with their own mission. Randy Kramer was among those who were engaged in security and patrolling territory. Together with his colleagues, this Marine had to explore the surrounding area and repel attacks by local residents. During his service, Randy Kramer repeatedly met with representatives of other civilizations. To the north of the base, there was a settlement of insect-like aborigines. To the south, reptilians. The reptilians showed more aggressiveness towards their neighbors, but it never came to open hostilities. The insect-like aliens preferred to live underground in burrows. Representatives of other intelligent species have settled on the surface of the planet. But the relationship with the aliens was not stable. They could ignore the presence of strangers or try to negotiate with them. But there were small skirmishes. He had to leave the planet in emergency mode due to the destruction of 2 bases as the result of an attack by dragon-like intelligent beings. The Aboriginals were able to repel the attack, but more than 500 Earth colonizers died. The people who survived the attack did not risk trying to get the bases located in the south. Instead, they left Mars. After returning to his home planet, Randy Kramer continued his service in the Marine Corps, observing all the secrecy requirements regarding the details of his previous assignment. Randy states the majority of the country's inhabitants are in serious danger. The technogenic development program chosen by mankind is gradually leading to the degeneration of the Earth. Therefore, in order to preserve human DNA, bases outside of it were created to ensure the security of genetic information. But gradually this program, about which only a narrow circle of people knew, was changed. Its ultimate goal was not to preserve human genetic material for the possibility of restoring the population, but to save only selected representatives of humanity. This explains the increased level of secrecy around this program. Randy warns that the government is trying to free the planet from superfluous people by concluding an appropriate deal with representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations. By unleashing a war so that the people have the opportunity to destroy each other on their own. To provoke an environmental catastrophe in densely populated areas, for example, an explosion of toxic substances near a megalopolis. The use of technology to subdue volcanoes, tsunamis, and earthquakes. Having spent a huge amount of effort to restore authentic information about his stay on Mars, government agents tried to change the memories of each member of the mission for their own safety. Randy is sure that people are trying to replace the population that grew up outside the Earth. A dangerous program to rid the planet of genetic garbage could already be started. Only knowledge can become a true weapon, capable of resisting such an insidious enemy as the leader of one's own country. Randy Kramer claims that by addressing the general public with a public statement, he does not violate his oath of secrecy. In accordance with Article 21 of Internal Regulations of the Marine Corps, an infantryman, with the consent of his superiors, has the right to appeal to citizens with a demand to make independent attempts to protect his own life, giving details of the impending threat.